Hi everybody, welcome back to Prison Architect. We're back. God damn. Last episode was so waffly and we didn't really get much done, but at the same time, what can we do, right? We're trying our best to get everything done here. We're trying to get our death row set up. We're trying to make some money. We made a little bit of progress towards that, and now we're in the hole again. It's 6 a.m., and it looks like there's a whole bunch of dudes in here learning how to use their tasers. And now that they're done, they're going to go to the armory and they're going to receive their brand new tasers that they can use. Look at this. Look at these assholes. Here they go. Look, the first thing they do, they all pile into the armory. And now we're in the hole again. Look at that. $2,900 in the hole. Well, the good news is that we got like 32 parole hearings taking place today. So just quick napkin math. 32 times 3 is what? 96? Is it 96? So we should have at least like 10 grand by the end of today, right? Like if my calculations are correct. So that'll be good. Perfect. In the meantime, we can't build shit. All we can do is sit back and watch the prison work at maximum efficiency, which is not a bad thing. It's nice to have a prison that does work at maximum efficiency. And this one is no exception. Look at all of these ladies stripping down, having their morning shower. A couple of them have soiled their beds, but that's to be expected. I mean, it is prison. You do get bored. Sometimes you just want to live life on the edge of a knife. And, of course, to these ladies, living your life on the edge of a knife means shitting all over your bed first thing in the morning and then having a shower and leaving it all for somebody else to sort out. Because why not? You're in prison. I mean, the damage is done. You're going to be in there for a long time. You might as well explore yourself and have a little bit of fun while you're in there. It looks like in a couple of minutes we got 3 minimum security and 3 normal security prisoners arriving, which has given us a little bit of money. That's pretty nice. Who are these new people? We don't know. We're going to have to find out more about them. Our CI coverage is absolutely terrible. There's nobody in solitary right now that we can recruit. And it looks like somebody has just been tased inside the cafeteria. Possibly her, whoever she is. Anyway, it looks like she just came to have her breakfast. Next thing she knows, she's been tased. We got a couple of gang members in here. We have not checked gangs. It looks like the gangs are growing. We got a couple of gang members living in normal security. It looks like we got a couple of rival gang members living in max sec, which could cause some problems. Looks like nobody's really claimed any territory as of yet, so that's pretty good. We don't need to worry about it too much. And it looks like we got a volatile gang member who's just arrived, and a question mark, question mark, question mark. It looks like a woman with child has arrived as well for normal sec. This is, well, not bad, actually. We got the capacity for her. This is probably the first time in the prison's history that somebody's come in here with child and actually had a cell to be assigned to straight away. So that's good. We're going to process these ladies. We're going to strip them down. We're going to do that thing where they squat down and we look right up their bum holes to make sure that they're not bringing in like any machetes or bazookas into the prison or whatever. And then, of course, the guards are going to process them all the way through, and then wham bam, thank you ma'am, you're in jail for 25 to life in most cases, unless you're in minsec. Of course, minsec means that you're only in here probably for like 25 minutes to like 30 minutes or so, but it's a humbling experience, right? If you find yourself in jail, you'll quickly realize that this is not the place that you want to be, and in fact you want to be out in the real world, dancing around with swans and whatever people do out there, sing songs in the mountains, twirl around in like a princess cape and blow a magical whistle, and you have like a companion goat that follows you around and makes jokes and stuff and makes light of all the shit that happens. There we go! Finally some money. Can you believe it? Jesus Christ. Okay. I don't need to waffle so much now. I can actually play the video game. Good. Okay, we're going to put some concrete tiles there because we need it. Are we missing concrete tiles in any of these doorways? Because that's one of my big pet peeves in this game. Like, that really bugs the crap out of me for some reason. I'm not sure why. It just does. Let's get these walls done. And you know what? A little bit more progress towards this death row means that we could have, like, we can maybe just get our morgue ready. I don't know if we're going to be able to, though. Actually, you know what? I don't even think that this is going to be big enough for the morgue. We wanted this to be the morgue. It might not be big enough to be a morgue. Let's just see. What are we missing? The morgue. Okay, the morgue. Is it big enough? It's indoors, and it just needs a morgue slab, so we might actually get this. Okay, look, we can have a couple of morgue slabs in here. It looks like they're $100 each. We can just about afford it. And then we're going to have to, of course, put a light in the morgue as well. It's going to be important to have the morgue lit up like a Christmas tree so that, whoa, that was close. Look, staff meals just set us back big time. We're in the hole once again. We were just able to get all of this construction work in before we went back into the hole. We might have to sell some more shares. You know what? We're going to do it, okay? We're going to make all this money back in no time, so we are going to sell some shares. We're going to sell some shares. We're not going to sell the whole thing, though. We're going to sell shares. We're going to sell 10% for 60 grand. Makes sense to me. We still own 70% of the prison, right? There, okay. Now we don't have to live so like hand to mouth, which is pretty nice. Okay, good. Great. Now we can get death row kitted out. So let's do it. We're going to get beds in here. They're going to need some lights. These ladies are going to need lights. They're going to need a toilet. We're going to get like some prototype cells set up. They're going to need a shower. They're going to need a drain under here too. I like the combo. It's very nice. We're going to give them a TV to watch while they're in bed as well. That'll be pretty good. This one can have it like facing this way. That'll be pretty nice. What else will they need inside their cells? They'll probably need a prayer mat and some exercise equipment because they're not going anywhere. Okay, so the exercise bench can go right next to their bed. They can use it as like a bedside table at the same time if they want to. And then we'll have a prayer mat. You have to pray to the porcelain god here on the porcelain throne, and then they can have a jail door here and here as well. Looks like somebody is having an altercation here with Pennington. Pennington resisted tase, but it looks like the armed guard got in. She's had some destruction and attacked staff misconduct. If only we could send her straight to death row, because she's like quite the biatch, it turns out. But we can't, sadly, so we won't, and we won't stop either. Okay, let's get this stuff in here. It looks like hot water pipes may reach into here as well, which is a boon for us. It's going to be nice. We can maybe get it reaching down like this. The coverage for these hot water pipes, when they have like the huge pipe going into them, surprisingly good, actually. It's nice. Okay, let's also open up these doors here. I think I accidentally deleted the pipe work that was going in here. Or did they just finish the pipe work? No, I accidentally deleted the hot water pipes. Unbelievable. Okay. I was trying to let this person in and it didn't quite work out. Okay, so deployment-wise, we're going to need a guard patrol in here, inside here, at all times. This is death row, of course. This is going to be on schedule 1 only. No, we want this to be all the time. Okay. My guards like to do patrols all the time, do patrols all the time, do patrols all the time. Or something like that. Okay, deployment. Oh wait, hang on a second. Death row still isn't researched. It looks like Lionel Hutz has about 5 more hours of research to conduct before this happens. So we're gonna go in here. We're gonna make a parole room. This is where the clemency hearings are all gonna take place. We're gonna get one set up to start with, and then we can get the rest of them set up after. We're of course going to need a visiting table in here as well. This visitor table is going to be crucial to the whole process. And did I make this too big? I made them by 6. Unbelievable. Why did I make them so big? That's so dumb. And I made a little kitchen up here too, didn't I? This is like the little death row kitchen, which is going to service like all of these cells, which should be fine. And it'll be a little backup kitchen. They can, you know, they can pick up the slack where the rest of the guys like aren't able to do it or whatever. So that should be good. We won't make these cells just yet because we can't set the deployment. So, and we don't want like just any old jabroni turning up and living there, because that would be terrible. Man, what are we gonna do with all this money now? This is fantastic. Holy shit. Okay, another thing that I think that we can do is we could probably take away the yard time. Look, we need to, okay, check this out, okay, guys. We're gonna change around the schedule, okay? Instead of shower time, we're gonna have some free time, okay? And then straight away in the morning at 8 o'clock, eat time, okay? We're gonna have a nice eat time at 8 o'clock for an hour. And then we're going to have like 4 hours of work. And then at 1 p.m. in the afternoon, that's right, it's another eat time. And then you know what? How about another 4 hour stint of work, followed by an eat time. And then you can have a bit of free time in the evening before you go to bed at 10 o'clock, okay? And then it's lockup for everybody, and everybody's going to be screwed over, okay? So 3 square meals a day, which is about right, I think. It should get people a lot happier. It's going to make it so that there's more work for our cooks and stuff to do, but it'll be fine, and that'll be great, okay? And then if they want to go out into the yard, they can. Okay, and the idea here is that we're gonna probably just like build like another huge wing like over here to extend out normal sec, because normal sec I think are pretty lucrative for us right now, and they're not too problematic either, except for when they try to escape, which feels like almost all the time they're trying to do this. But at the same time, I think the money that we can make from them is great. Max sec doesn't need to be this big. We can cut it down. We can tighten it up a little bit and just have them in here. Should be good. And then normal sec's canteen is probably big enough to accommodate all of these extra prisoners that we're going to be having in here, and this should be good. We've made their cells very big. I kind of regret doing that, but at the same time, it seems to be keeping them happy. I think just having the bookcase in their cell is quite nice. I'm not sure if the bookcase actually does anything. I don't know if they get like any like recreation from it. I think maybe we'd have to have a TV or something, but you know what? It's probably, Christ almighty. It's not gonna line up properly. Can you believe it? It's not even gonna line up properly. That's disgusting. Oh my God, that's disgusting. Okay, you know what we're gonna do instead then? We're gonna have some solitary like going like this. Okay, we're gonna make it line up, and then we're just gonna have like a row of solitary back here, possibly. Might even add some more family cells in the mix too. We might have to, okay, just to like even it out a bit. We know that we can probably fit like this sort of setup like in like the middle here again, possibly. So we'd have like a hallway leading over to here, and another hallway, and then some more cells, and then a hallway and a whole bunch of cells like this way. So it'll be like sort of like a big windy crazy ass road, but it'll be really good to have like all of these prisoners in here, and then we're going to be able to have more prisoners to do jobs and stuff as well. That's going to be nice, and we're going to probably need some bigger facilities. Can get more women working in the laundry room, for instance. Maybe have like normal sec working in the laundry instead of min sec. I'm not sure. Good news as well. It looks like 10 prisoners passing the foundation education course. One person has done that. Don't even ask me how, but somebody has. We have 4 in solitary and 1 waiting as well. I don't understand how that's even possible. Like, we do have room in solitary for everybody. Hey, I wonder if actually we can get some potential CIs. Who's in solitary? It's Max Sec in solitary. And we have a couple of people. What did they do? What the hell did they do? Luxuries and weapons. Oh my God, and drugs as well. Holy crap. Okay, we got to be careful of luxuries, but not only that, we got to be careful of drugs too, because fucking drugs will destroy your mind, your body, and your soul, and that's not what we want to happen inside this correctional facility, because holy crap, I mean, having a drug destroy your mind, body, and soul when all you're trying to do is like live your life is pretty fucking bad, isn't it? Like, I'd say that that's one of the worst things that can happen. Even though you're in jail, you're still alive and you're still trying to live a life, albeit a pretty miserable and wretched one. But the last thing you need on your plate is drugs destroying your mind, body, and soul, because I think that that's pretty freaking terrible. Okay, so let's go down like this, like this. This kind of lines up, actually, which is pretty nice. We can have a couple more family cells down here, which we're going to need. And not forgetting as well that we can use up all of this space here, because we're going to sort of like get into here. So we're going to do some more planning. We got the money to do this. We should be able to make back all the money that we need to rebuy our shares of the prison once death row is set up, because we're going to have like a huge influx of cash like on a daily basis once we're like executing all of these ladies. I'm not sure how it works with ladies with kids though. I don't know if a woman with child can turn up here, be on death row, and then be executed. I'd imagine that is probably not a thing, but we'll have to see. I mean, I the same time, I don't really know. How is this gonna work then with these family cells? Have I made these like a little bit too big? I made them 5 by 5, which seems to be about right, but they're not gonna be able to fit in like here. 1, 2. So it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, no, they're not gonna fit. We'd have to like figure out some way of, maybe we'd have enough family cells. You know what? Maybe we just have enough family cells and we can just leave it at that. I think we're probably fine on the family cell front. So how many more prisoners are we looking to get here? I think this is gonna boost our population well up over 200, which means another grant completed, which is pretty nice. That'll be cell block D. And then I think cell block E beyond that is like 500 prisoners, which I feel like we can easily get it. Man, I don't know what it is with this game, but fuck do I ever love it. Like, I cannot stop playing it. It is so good. Like, I just, there's something like really like therapeutic about it as well. I really, really enjoy playing it. Like, I feel like I can just play it all the goddamn time. Maybe I have like a bit of like not like a passion, but like an obsession. I just like how like calm and orderly and organized everything can be. I just think it's great. Holy shit, it's really nice. These can either be smaller cells over here, or they can just be some solitary. I feel annoyed that this isn't gonna actually reach all the way down like I thought it would. Maybe we can just have like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not even gonna be big enough for a family cell, unfortunately. Maybe we can have a cleaning cupboard down here. Because what does it need to be? 3 by 3? Pretty sure cleaning cupboard needs to be 3 by 3. Yeah, it does. Okay, you know what? That's that then. That'll be a small little cleaning cupboard for the ladies to work in who live in this part of the prison. Okay, that'll be really good. We'll have a little cleaning cupboard down here for them to work in. Because that's one thing that normal sec don't currently have is a cleaning cupboard. And they could use it as well. There's a huge prison population, or about to be a huge prison population in normal sec. And it feels like, damn, that would be great. If they had their own cleaning cupboard and they could work in there and do their thing and stuff, that would be awesome. I think death row might be, it's done. Oh, finally. Holy crap. Okay, so that'll be for later. We can do all that after. As it stands right now, normal sec is working fine. Great. Okay, let's do a shakedown because you never know. Look, we already found one pickaxe. You never know when these ladies are going to be tunneling out. I think we should just like keep up on the shakedowns as much as possible. Deployment-wise, this is going to be death row. Death row. Execution chamber, the cells and stuff as well. This is all death row. So if I say that this is a cell here now, I'm sure that it's going to change the deployment. But we'll just see. Has it changed it? Turns out no, it has not, which is pretty nice actually. It's good. Okay. So that's death row. This room can of course be an execution room now that we have the money for it. So we'll set up execution. Perfect. We got parole room for death row 2. That's really nice. Programs wise, do we need to change around? I mean, okay, I've rescheduled all the programs to fit in with the new regime, okay? And this should all be fine. Schedule-wise, we have parole hearings happening in parole shared, parole shared, parole shared, parole death row. Okay, we don't want parole hearings happening in death row just yet. We're going to set them up after we actually have some death row inmates in. But parole hearings... Well, I mean, I say that. Maybe we do need them. 2 to 6. So what do we have? 6 to 10, 6 to 10, 12 to 2, 10 to 2, 2 to 6, 2 to 6, 2 to 6. And then we want 2 to 6, 2 to 6, 2 to 6, 6 to 10, 6 to 10, 6 to 10, 6 to 10. Okay, edit schedule now. Parole shared, parole death row. We got all of the parole shared with hearings. Okay, and death row is going to have as many hearings as well. Okay, perfect. We can have like a million hearings a day. We have one parole area in death row, but we're going to have a couple more set up before long as well. Okay, good job on the shakedown, everybody. This is nice. 7 prisoners are arriving in the next 7 hours. 4 of them minimum security and 3 of them normal security. Let's just check the deployment again just to make sure. Okay, we're good. All right, so objects-wise, we're going to have an electric chair. Wonderful. We've set that up. We're also going to need in here a bunch of capacitors because we're gonna have to test out the thing. You know what? We're just gonna go ham, okay? We got the money. We're just gonna get all of the capacitors. Look at these guys having a rest in this little staff room. It's perfect. Look, they got a toilet, a drinks machine. They can even watch TV in here. They can sit on the couch and they can, crucially, operate the door control system, which I think is just fantastic. Holy shit. It looks like somebody's come here to deliver some fresh uniforms, prison uniforms for the inmates in death row. Current population in death row, of course, is 0, but that's fine. We gotta wait for them to turn up. I'm really looking forward to seeing our first death row inmate, seeing like what they're all about, what their story is, you know, like just everything. It's gonna be awesome. Okay, materials wise, let's go for like ceramic floor. No, you know what? I like the metal floor all around the chair. I think that's good. And then let's have ceramic floor all around. Okay, we're gonna have some like gross ceramic floor here. Okay, and this is to say, yep, you know what? this is the place. This is where it all happens, okay? This is where the executing is done. Okay, we're gonna need some places for people to sit so that they can watch the execution as well. So let's get a couple of chairs set up here. So these are gonna be chairs, of course, for the audience of the execution, which is gonna be pretty fucking gruesome, I would have thought. You know, some more people might want to come in and watch as well. Staff members, you know, the warden and stuff. So let's get a whole bunch of chairs in here, okay? And then we're gonna put a lady on the chair and we're gonna fry her ass, and it's gonna be, wow, it's just gonna be nice. Can we afford to just like kind of go ham in death row and make it look really nice? Because like that would be really good, right? Like we could have like a metal floor that sort of goes right up to the morgue. We're gonna need a door here as well, kind of like the metal grating in the middle. I think that's pretty cool. We're gonna need some doors all here too. This is gonna have to be a staff door because this is of course going to be a tiny kitchen. We're gonna have like a special kitchen just for death row, like we said, right? Okay, we're gonna have to get a light in here or two. We're gonna get a couple of lights possibly in here, or maybe just one, you know. I think one light should be fine in here. We're gonna need a cooker at least. We're gonna need a fridge at least as well. And we're probably gonna also need a sink. And for RP purposes, of course, let's also put in a couple of trash bins because you need the kitchen to look the part, right? Oh, good. Look, the shakedown is done. We discovered no tunnels. I don't trust it though, so we're gonna search all the toilets in normal sec first. And then once the toilet search is done, we're gonna go on to min sec as well. While all these sleeping beauties are asleep, this is the best time to do it, okay? I feel like this is the absolute best time to do this. Look at that. Straight away, we found a tunnel. Unbelievable. Who's responsible for these tunnels? Good thing we check these toilets all the time. Holy shit. We're gonna check min sec as well, because fuck me. The last thing we need is tunnels. Look at this. This is like starting to become quite a big tunnel network as well. There's a couple of people who've been caught with their pants down. And of course their pants fell down because they were so overburdened in the pocket area with dirt and soil from the digging that they were doing. And they were trying to hide like all this stuff as well. All right, that toilet check is done. On to the next one. Of course, I can't click anything. Let's see, toilet. Let's like search these toilets in min sec as well. We don't want anyone getting out of here. We had some people tunneling out of like these cells as well at some point, right? So we're gonna have to get down in here and check these family cells too. These ladies are desperate to get out of here as well. So let's do a check on them. And let's also do a check on these ones too, because you never know, right? We gotta do these ones one by one, sadly, because they don't like come in as part of the other thing or whatever. But it's worth checking them, okay? Because you never know. The worst case scenario is that a criminal and their criminal baby get out of here, and then the baby is brought up out in the real world to become a criminal instead of inside the jail. That would be terrible. And of course, there's something wrong with max sec, so we can't do a full block toilet search of theirs, which is unfortunate to say the least. Okay, no tunnels in min sec, perfect. And in the next 2 hours and 45 minutes, we'll have an intake, and we'll be able to see beyond that point if we're going to be receiving our very first death row inmate. It could happen, everybody. It really could happen. I'm looking forward to it as well. Okay, let's hook up this stuff. We're gonna have to hook up this stuff with this. We're gonna have to get some plumbing running up to here as well, and we're probably gonna have to get a little bit of hot water running up to here as well, but that's no problem. Good. Okay, perfect. We have a guard patrolling death row as well. Nice. And the parole area is all ready to go too. Do we want to have some nice grass out here? Because the prisoners are going to be transported into this area, and we want to set a tone for them. We want them to... Hang on a sec. What the hell is going on here? Is this just a false flag? Did you find a false flag, boy? Because we just searched those toilets. Yeah, I think it's just a false flag. Okay, good. It's just a false flag. You know what? Just to be sure, though. Let's just search the toilets again. You never know, right? You never know. You never know where they could be trying to escape from. I think it's for the best. We're just going to do one, okay? Just to see. All right. Where were we? Oh, yes, that's right. We were getting all of this stuff hooked up inside. Do we need some more cooks? We have 20 cooks. Let's up it. to 25 cooks, okay? You can never have too many cooks, okay? They always say too many cooks spoil the broth. Not in this case, okay? They only enrich the broth. The broth has never tasted better, and that's because 25 cooks are all imbuing the broth with their own special secret sauce all the time, and it tastes great, and it smells great, and the prisoners love it. And you know what? The visitors of the prisoners love it as well. The staff love it. Everyone loves it. We're gonna go commercial with our women's correctional facility institution of the state of New York. We're gonna call it 25 to delicious instead of 25 to, because we have 25 cooks, okay? And it's going to be a special hot sauce that we're going to sell on the market, and everybody's going to buy it and put it on their barbecue wings and their barbecue ribs and their barbecue hamburgers and hot dogs and whatever else you put hot sauce on. Maybe just up and down your chota as well. Like some people are into that. They'll let their dog lick it off or whatever, okay? This hot sauce is going to revolutionize the condiment industry. It's going to be nuts. Actually, it's hot. Whoa, look at this. Look at this. It's a fatal three-way. One man and his dildo is taking them all out. That's right. Okay, come on. He's got a little bit of... We had a mini riot here. It's, of course, first thing in the morning, and some people wake up and they're pissed, especially Max Sec, okay? Every morning, Max Sec in this game wake up and they are pissed about something. And it looks like we had like a really, really fatal mini riot there. But luckily, our guards are well trained. They know what they're doing. Okay, it looks like our intake has arrived. We have 8 prisoners arriving in the next 23 hours. 4 of them will be minimum security and 4 of them will be normal security. It looks like, for whatever reason, we weren't able to get a death row inmate, but it happens, okay? They're kind of rare. You don't get them all the time. So we're going to have to wait for the next intake to see what happens. It looks like we have another altercation over here. But we're up and running. And we have enough money to kit out the whole thing. So once the population of death row starts growing, we'll get more cells in, we'll attract more prisoners and stuff, and we're going to execute them all. And it's going to be great. Holy crap. Well, selling those shares actually meant that we made some progress this episode, which was pretty good. When we come back, we're going to continue getting death row finished, and then we're going to expand normal sec into this wing as well, tidy up max sec, figure out what we're going to do with this big wing over here, if we're going to build it eventually or whatever. Buy back some of our shares. All that good stuff. Man, it's going to be great. This jail is getting really huge as well. Kind of like that it's mostly inside as well. It's nice. It certainly has changed since the start and seems to be a lot better and is working a lot better as well. Touch wood. I don't want to jinx myself. All right, well, as usual, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time!